It was huge, honestly. Coming off from the off season and especially last year, I was feeling a little shaky, worried about coming back, certain things, some other stuff like that. One of my biggest skills is throwing up and down hills. I've always been good at it. It's one of those things that just kind of came naturally. I know personally my absolute best would be 12 under. I don't know if I'll ever really hit that, but I could be hopeful.
Not having the rain was great, so I wasn't having to worry about the grip, wasn't having to worry about the feet or anything like that, but the wind was a whole new challenge.
I was literally talking with people who I'm staying with last night about what a good score would be, and I said I would be really happy to shoot 4, so I feel like it's a good start to my season.
I felt like I started pretty slow, and then I watched scores that Henna is doing well, so I have to start to play well. I didn't make big mistakes, but there was like scrambling those bars.
I haven't actually won an Elite Series yet. I had the Throw Pink win, but that's not technically a tour win. So yeah, it'd be awesome, especially with how much work I put in the off season.
My head's in a better place than it's ever been, and it's honestly a breath of fresh air to finally get out here and compete again.
Hello and welcome to round 2 of the Chess.com Invitational presented by Discraft. We are out here at the first event of the season in sunny Florida. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb, and we're the two hot geese.
Honk.
Much better conditions today, not raining, sun shining. Little slippery out there, though.
Yeah, there was a good amount of rain, a gully washer, as we like to call it in the South.
We sure do.
And a lot of mud. The tee pads were pretty slick, so it did make it challenging off the tee. We're going to watch Natalie Ryan today. She was 67% on her fairway hits, scrambling 80% of the times that she was off the fairway. That is good enough for a first place position.
Eveliina having to compete with Henna, making sure she gets her fairway hits 80% of the time, scrambling 60% of the time, and giving herself some Circle 2 looks out there. She's always fun to watch.
I know, she's one of our favorites here in the booth to commentate on. Holyn Handley. Look at that slide into home plate. 86% fairway hits, 73% Circle 2 in regulation. That is unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Man, 3/4 of the way of the holes?
Yeah.
Putting?
Yeah. Long looks anyway.
Yeah.
Ella, keeping it clean in the fairway, that's what you have to do. Landing in the circle about 54% of the time, and some pretty decent Circle 1X putting at 75%. Hole 1 is a par 3 uphill, 278, so difficult to reach just because of the hill aspect and the low-hanging tree branch you see. We have seen Ella Hansen get this with a birdie in All-Stars. We saw a couple birdies yesterday, maybe 3.
Yep.
So we'll probably see these. If anyone's going to get it, it's going to be these ladies today, right now.
Right here.
I think Natalie got out here, I heard, like 3 weeks ago to practice, so longer than pretty much anyone else.
And I think that's really going to pay off on this course. Even though a lot of the par 3s are longer, they do cater a little bit to a distance throw. A lot of the par 4s and 5s are all about planning and having a good game plan.
That's crazy that skipped so early, but just had so much spin. It got her a Circle 2 look.
Next off the tee, Eveliina, Salonen.
Talk about putting spin on a disc. Eveliina, really, really, really good at spinning her drivers. They go far. Pushing that low ceiling as high as you can, and she is just outside the bullseye for birdie.
Star Destroyer there. What a great opening shot.
I wonder what the true distance is, quote unquote. I know it says 278, but with the uphill and the low ceiling, I feel like it plays what would you say, 350? Maybe 360?
Yeah. I would say for kind of the middle of the pack pro, a good shot's getting you into Circle 2. It's really hard to get inside the circle on this one. If that branch wasn't there, it'd be a different story.
Totally.
Low line forehand from Holyn with her ESP force. Has good distance, skips a little to the right. She's about 50 feet away, it looks like.
Loving maroon pants Ella.
I want some.
Yeah.
It's a great color.
Another sidearm here.
We've seen her do this before. This is her swirly S-line DD3. Giving it some turn and some room to work. A little bit too turned over. Had all the speed, though. Ella from just outside circle 2. That one guy liked it.
There were, again, 3 birdies today.
Nice. Holyn, a little shorter than I thought.
Yeah. This is definitely a death putt. It drops off pretty quickly behind this basket, very steeply.
And Natalie doesn't even try. Most of the field going to take a par on this one. Not worth it to get the bogey. Eveliina, though. What, 20-ish feet?
Yes.
Cans it for an early birdie.
Yep, she was 1 of 3 on the day. Cat Merch, Stacy Ronsley getting the other birdie 2s on hole 1, and that feels good to go ahead and be under par going into this beast of a course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this course is a physical and mental marathon. But at least it's a nice day out there.
Everyone going to take a round of pars. Besides Eveliina, tacking one.
Tied for the lead with that right away. What do you think's a good score today? Like 5 at least?
Yeah, I think we could see a 5 or a 6 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
That's my guess. But the tee pads, they were weird in the mud that was out there. It makes it tough. Hole 2 is one that does play easier today, though. We did not have that screaming headwind coming up the gully of the tee shot. There is that out of bounds line on the right hand side. It makes the tee shot scary, but the more you bite off, the closer you are to this green, and that is a big deal because if you don't bite off very much, it's almost impossible to get up and down. It's super easy to get off the fairway left side. That's where you're going to see a lot of the competitors making a mistake, and you have to just play for par at that point. Eveliina has enough power to get out all the way out of the gap, though.
Full sending a star destroyer, too. You see some women kind of just down and just try to keep something in the fairway. I like that Eveliina kept it really low, though.
Yeah, it plays slightly uphill, too, so it is a little longer than this 625, but I think it's just the narrowness of this initial tee shot that makes it feel longer than 625.
Yeah. And Natalie pulls it to the right, but gets a kick back in bounds. That's a really easy mistake to make. Holyn's going to be just a little on the left side there.
And that's where we see a lot of people landing.
Yeah. It's a pretty simple par as long as she gets, like 200 feet from there. But birdie probably out of play. I feel like every time I say that, Holyn's just going to do it anyway.
Wow.
That's a huge drive.
Yeah, that's smoked. They're just going to be super pinched off over there. We'll see if there's enough angle. They definitely have plenty of room on the right side to work a big hyzer.
Natalie has to be over 400 feet away, right?
Yeah, maybe a little less than that.
So. Okay, she gets nearly to circle 2.
No, actually, I think you're definitely right.
I'm gonna go back and record that clip and just play it to myself sometimes when I need a confidence boost. Oh, Eveliina with a huge second shot. Absolutely parks it. Wow. All right.
Man.
Coming out swinging here, Eveliina. Holyn, oh my gosh, she's going to birdie it. She is.
Yeah,
she's going to do it. She's
at
plenty of
least
distance.
going to be inside the circle.
She was a little less pinched than I thought.
Yeah.
There she goes.
Yep. Yeah.
I thought she was slightly more pinched. All right.
I thought she was too. It's
like
really, I think
the drama.
I think what her and Ella are good at though is they got so far down here that they didn't have to, throw a distance drive.
Oh man, that was a great angle. What a weird little puddle reaction.
A vernal pool in the fairway.
Solid par.
There were 5 birdies today.
Still a little lower than I would guess.
Only 5 people getting into circle 1.
and we got to see 2.
Yeah, this hole played tougher than I would have expected.
Natalie lays up, gets a little bit of a roll. Holyn, just outside the bullseye, cans the easy birdie.
Hole 2's tee pad, though, was one of the more...
I would argue the worst.
Yeah, it was one of the more slippery tee pads, muddy. It's in a big mud puddle.
We literally argued about which tee pad was the slipperiest earlier. Luckily, these
Mid-round.
ladies are going a little, it was mid-round, are going a little bit later, so hopefully they're drier. But there's just a lot of clay out there, too, that kind of like stuck to your shoes. And yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah, they were supposed to get less than 1/10 of an inch of rain yesterday, but
It dumped.
it looks like more like a full 2.
Poor MPO field. Yeah. Great scramble shot from Holyn. Eveliina taking the solo lead, going birdie, birdie. Fire emoji already. Hole 3, par 4, 507 feet. You are throwing from off this cliff area, OB barbed wire fence on the right. You want to land right at the base of this hill, or if you want to get really aggressive, you can try to land midway up. Very small landing zone though, and then you are throwing up and over another hill, and this basket's a good 100 feet back at least. So if you're at the bottom of the hill, it's kind of difficult to get there. You just need to throw kind of straight up, but still push forward. There's also more out of bounds that comes into play on the right. Hannah Wynn had an amazing drive yesterday. I feel like we're going to just see some huge rips.
Yeah, if you throw too far, you land on that wall. You're still able to do something with it, but Eveliina's in a perfect spot. She's in the quote unquote flat. It is on a sloped surface, but out in the open.
Eveliina with a Firebird there. I like that play.
Yeah.
Holyn going
Wow.
Challenger SS.
No.
ESP Challenger SS. Yep.
No way.
Which I think that's
Respect.
an even better play, because pushing straight's probably the best error you could make. Ending left is definitely more punishing.
Early left is really tough to recover from, even just getting your par.
Natalie with a Berg. She'll have a chance to attack from there. She's not in quite as good of a spot, I think, as the other two.
Uh-oh.
Ella pulls this, and does that get down there? Okay, great.
Oh, my goodness.
It's actually perfect. Risky, though. I hit that same stuff and then landed on the walking path down the hill, so I'm a little jealous, actually. Wow, what a shot.
Are you? That is amazing. Natalie flirting with that one tree.
Sit.
Ooh.
Dang, okay. Well, great was perhaps an overstatement.
Yeah, what a bad break on the green there. Holyn going inside line. That is the way, and she is going to be inside the bullseye as well.
Yeah, now that it stopped moving, that was great. Eveliina way up here, just able to go standstill putter shot.
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
Yesterday we had 4 birdies on this hole. Today we have 5 birdies on this hole.
Nice. They're probably confused as to how that got there. That's crazy how much backspin it has. It's not something we usually talk about in disc golf. So Natalie now trying to save par from circle's edge-ish.
Yeah. Leaves it a little low. It's going to have to go to bogey land. Everyone else right around the edge of the bullseye.
Yeah, those were some amazing upshots. Nice.
So
Eveliina looking confident on the putting green.
I know, 3 for 3 birdies.
Yeah.
Out of the 5 birdies on hole 3 today, we get to watch 3 of them on our lead card. Lucky Lawrenson and Paige Pierce also getting the 3. Man, can you imagine going birdie, birdie, birdie to start at this course?
I can imagine it, sure.
That is unbelievable. Such a nice little buffer to have.
I wonder how many chances it would take me to do it is all.
String it together.
Yeah.
Hole 4, 646 feet. This tee shot is so much fun. You have to keep it nice and low to get under this low ceiling, but not too low because you can see that high floor goes pretty far off the tee pad. Ideally, you want to land more on the right side, but you can see that out of bounds barbed wire fence comes into play about halfway up the fairway. Being left side's not too bad either. It's just you're more playing for par at that point because it can be really tough to navigate the guardian trees to the green and this uphill to the basket.
This was the second worst tee pad, I'd argue, or maybe the worst, depending on what annoys you more. It was just all clay. Look at everyone trying to clean their shoes off. It took several minutes, basically, for your tee shot because you had to walk up a clay hill and then try to scrape it off.
What we just saw with Eveliina planting on the front of the tee pad is truly an unbelievable sight today.
Yeah, she's an athlete. You know, that's impressive. And a really solid shot. She does get caught a little on the right, but lands in a decent spot there.
You can see Holyn trying not to plant super firmly on her front foot, throwing with a lot of arm and ending up right side as well. That was kind of the story of today.
Yeah, it's definitely easy to go too straight on this one. Oh man, that was really early. Is Ella just gonna do it again?
I don't understand.
Okay.
It's funny to watch everyone throw with all arm.
Yeah.
It's such a weird thing to see.
Man, Ella definitely a couple fortunate breaks on her drives these last couple of holes, but you know, that's DG.
Natalie a little inside as well, and she is not going to get through everything.
Whoa. Holyn in a weird spot. Is she trying to roll? Huh. Okay.
All right.
There it is.
She's in the middle. Still some work left to do. Wow, Eveliina's drive was great.
Yeah. Still having to go pretty full shot here. That was excellent.
She is
I was gonna say,
just on one right now.
Yeah, like 30 or 40 feet up from there is like the absolute perfect drive, and then you can throw a much slower speed disc, but Eveliina just made that look like no problem at all.
Right through that narrow gap.
So gorgeous.
Holyn's third shot going to do a similar thing. It stays up on top of the hill as well. If you crest this hill, you have a chance of rolling out of bounds on the barbed wire fence, but even if you don't, it's really tricky over there. Natalie plays the skip up the hill. I like this play. We watched Owen do it yesterday. She does unfortunately slide down into the shul.
She'll have some kind of look. Ella, wow. This is how far she got going so early. She tries to go out and around and catches the hillside.
The course giveth, the course taketh away.
Easy par, if nothing else.
Yep.
I think she'll have some kind of a
She
look.
could have a putt.
Natalie parked for a par there. Holyn with a great par save, considering she just had to pitch out for a shot.
Yeah,
Very impressive.
Some excellent scrambling. Ella for birdie in circle one, but with some funky footing.
Ooh, nice.
Wow.
Love that.
2 in a row
Like that
for Ella Hansen.
kind of nose up floaty thing she had going on there.
Yeah, like hit the back of the cage.
Wow. Okay.
4 in a row.
So for those of you who don't maybe normally watch Jomez, welcome. But also for 4 in a row, we like to call it a regional bird, you know, because it's a turkey for 3. So 4 regional Floridian. What do we got here?
We 100% know it's going to be the sandhill crane.
Oh, good. That's what I would pick too.
Yeah.
They're all over the course making their crazy noises. Let's check in on Chase Card here. Henna throwing on hole 5. Wow, it nearly dunks it. And a 1 down so far. Makes it 2 down. This is a really fun hole. I like it.
Although it played hard today with that tee pad.
Eveliina in the lead with her sandhill crane.
By 2 strokes as well. Yeah, we can hear them. They hang out in the field across the street from the players' parking lot, and they make this lovely dinosaur sound as they fly over all day.
Hole 5, we just saw Hannah play. It's a par 3, 290. You really need to give the disc some height. You can throw mid-range. You see a lot of fairway drivers as well. If you can get up on this hill and get a putt, you are thrilled. If you just throw what I would consider like a normal height, you're gonna kind of dive and hit the hill. You need to give it a little bit extra. The orange you see is not out of bounds. It's just a relief area. For safety, there's an optional drop zone if you want to use that. Eveliina, great power. Catches some stuff, but I think she's on the top with an obstructed putt. That was her champion J.
This is one of only 2 holes where more than a quarter of a field birdied. Every other hole is less than a quarter, which is crazy. Yeah.
Ella obviously throwing a putter because that's what she does every time I say you're throwing a mid-range or a fairway driver. It was a Lux Link.
Holyn with the disc. That sounds like it goes. That die rules.
Yeah, that's her buzz. And she's just outside the bullseye.
She helicopters right into circle 1.
Natalie wanting to get the first birdie of her round going here. That's her pearl splash, which is kind of fun to say.
It is.
And she parks it.
Sounds like a mermaid's name.
Oh, dang, Eveliina. Oh, boy. Eveliina did bounce back, and she's playing from just behind the hazard, and, man, almost dunks it.
Kind of some weird rules here. You're allowed to play from the hazard, from an optional drop zone, or there's another. With some
just
relief.
In line.
Yeah.
In the hazard. First available kind of a.
Ella leaves it a little low. This is definitely a death putt. A little scary.
Holyn taking one on Ella there, moves to 3 down. I saw Holyn before the first round was like, oh, you got 3 down at All-Stars, and I didn't really know how different the layout was. I was like, that's pretty good, right? Like, what do you think about this layout? She's like, there's definitely more out there. There's quite a few more out there.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man, I wish I had a third of your confidence. I'd be unstoppable. But there are. You can see.
She's quite the avid chess player as well, so I feel like in between rounds, she's just heading to the chess tent and wrecking people. I think she's rated like 1360 or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
For chess people, that's high.
Chess
or for
people.
non-chess people, that is high. Hole 6 at 671 feet. We have this really fun downhill shot, the first of a few. You want to throw something that's more of a sawed-off hyzer than you think because you want to get way left off the tee. Puts you a lot closer to this green. Instead of having to throw a distance drive, you can disc down to something like a mid or a fairway. This green has a nice little backboard of some sawgrass, so you can come in kind of hot and still be okay. We did not really have any wind to worry about today. It was truly lovely.
Yeah, just a little bit at the end of the round. Mm-hmm. The beginning was definitely gorgeous.
Mistakes here are going a little bit early left or a little bit deep right. Holyn pushing that deep right boundary, but she is absolutely fine where she landed.
Yeah, great shot. Z Raptor from Holyn. Natalie throws a lot of felons. This one's a Lucid X. Great shot.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the kind of going too straight and deep is probably the more common mistake.
Yep.
Eveliina with another Firebird. Catches early. I didn't see the first thing that it caught, but it drops to a pretty rough spot. Yeah. Probably just a pitch out and play for par. Mm-hmm. Just kidding. She's going to birdie it. That'd be crazy.
Ella biting off a lot on this corner.
She's going mid, though.
Just super inside.
Metal Flake MD5. Cool play.
Yeah, it worked great. MD5 is more stable or less stable? I can't remember.
Isn't it more stable?
I think so.
Yeah. An MD1's a flippy. You know what? I don't actually know.
I know. I have it backwards.
So don't talk about this in the comments.
Nope.
It's fine.
We don't want to know, actually. I'm just kidding. Eveliina does pitch out. She'll still have about 275 feet to the basket, maybe a little more than that.
Natalie throwing something slow speed, nice and high.
Goes a little deep, but she's
there's
right
the
around.
splash. That's her mermaid disc, which is appropriate for Neptune disc.
Ella with an easy little shot to the green, going deep as well, but using that backboard.
Holyn with that buzz.
Look at that thing go.
Yeah, I believe it's a Throw Joe's die. He does some really cool stuff. And she's pretty parked, just in some sawgrass.
Eveliina's third.
Oh, yeah. That looks great. I think that was her last year's tour series, which was some combination of AVR3, like Color Glow, something else.
Nexus.
AVR3. It's something cool, and it does really good. Look, it almost went in.
It's got a long name, and it works really nice.
It's just a cool blend of plastic. That's all. Oh, it goes a little deep, actually. Pretty online. Eveliina catches the band. Can't birdie them all. Ella from a similar position, just a foot or two closer. Nice straddle putt.
Yep, dead center, one of 5 birdies today. A lot of competitors, almost half the field getting to circle 2 in regulation, but only 10 getting to circle 1, only 5 getting those birdies. We watched Ella and Natalie get them. Let's see if Holyn can ring one up as well. Three of the 5 birdies on our lead card.
Again.
Cat Merch and Cadence Burge also getting birdie 3s on hole 6.
Lead change now. Holyn 4 down. Eveliina moving down to second.
Want to play chess but don't know how to get started? Try chess.com. Play for free against someone at your level or challenge one of our friendly computer bots. Sign up and play for free at chess.com today.
Hole 7's a par 3, 329 feet. Slightly downhill, I guess. I kind of like the flip up play and then push straight with a little bit of fade at the end. It's a pretty guarded green, makes for some tough putting, and it's hard to get all the way there without a little bit of ground play. You're kind of looking for a skip at the end. We didn't see that many birdies here yesterday, even though it's only 329. Every hole out here is challenging, despite the distances that you read.
Yeah, and any hole that you get tangled up early can be really tough to recover from, especially because almost every green is sloped. So you're always kind of flirting with a rollaway here and there.
Holyn with a solid shot. It pushes straight, leaves her just outside the circle. I like the angle of this one a little bit better from Natalie if it gets around, the last couple trees. That one, I swear, catches most good what look like good shots.
Yeah, you almost want to work the flex a little bit more, work that wider right side, but you can get there going straight as well.
You can. Yeah, I think flip up or tight flex. Ella, pretty early left. The nice thing about this one, though, as long as you're not really, really early, is it's a pretty easy par save.
Yeah, just a straightforward little putter shot just to a slopey green.
Yeah, I guess as long as you land flat. Watch them all roll away. Gosh, every time I say something, I whoa, that is a total grip lock from Ella.
Monkey paw with a little roll to boot, and that
Her face said it all.
Looks like she ate something gross.
Like sour.
Yeah. Oh, we feel that deeply. Eveliina with a textbook approach. All of her approaches are looking so good today.
Mm-hmm.
And drives. They're all looking great.
Yeah, pretty much everything.
Ooh. Oh,
She
my
would.
gosh.
Just how I said, pretty simple par safe, you know? She literally made that as hard as possible. What a putt.
Ah, that's so far uphill.
And she catches a little branch and it still goes in. Look at it
And
dance.
catches the top of the cage. Wow.
That's one way to do it. Holyn, right at circle's edge for a birdie bid. Just a bit high.
Hey,
Oh, wow. 3 in a row now for Natalie.
That was
Getting it under par.
That was a smooth looking putt.
Yeah, very clean.
God, Holyn just green, green, green.
I mean, everyone on our lead card now under par. Pretty dang impressive.
Yeah, there was only 5 birdies on this hole again today. Weird. Let's move on and watch Hannah Bloomruth on hole 8.
Yeah, looks like she's having a pretty...
Or no, this is hole 7 as well.
Oh, okay, sure. Whoa.
Wow. Okay, some height.
I bet this next shot's going to be really cool. Something tells me. Nope.
Ooh, we're watching Missy throw too? Okay.
Yeah, that's a great shot.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
Brutal.
There's those rollaways. Is she in the exact same spot as Ella?
I think she's a little closer. Huh. We're getting used to watching these chase card type cameras. I just thought that seeing it meant that Hannah was about to do something unbelievable, but I guess we're just watching her struggle a little bit and Missy with an easy birdie.
Just giving you the full picture.
Just all of it.
Yep. Everyone being human. Hannah dropping down the leaderboard a little bit with that bogey.
Missy Gannon moving up a couple places with her birdie there.
Hole 8, 465 feet. It is downhill, but it still plays really far. There's a turnover line to the left of this big tree, but if you hyzer out, there's an out of bounds line on that left side as well that comes into play really fast. There's also a hyzer line you can take to the right side of that big tree and trying to kind of cheat in early, but if you go deep, it can be so difficult to get to the green, even just for a par. I kind of like the low, flat, linear route. Not that I can do it myself, but it's my favorite play to watch.
You can do it.
This is a really pretty, nice, big turnover shot.
Oh, yeah.
She's on the green.
That was a Metal Flake C-Line FD. This line, this is the one you like?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
God, it's so crazy to watch everyone planting and not sliding.
That was an ESP Athena from Holyn. I think Ella was the only one,
Wow.
or one of the only like 2 birdies or something in All Stars with a similar line as this one.
Oh my, she overthrows?
Yeah, she does.
So what you can't quite tell is it goes way downhill, and then as you get to the green, it goes very steeply back uphill. As you go past the basket, it goes even more uphill. So Ella just basically threw a flat shot.
With a
460 feet.
It was a fairway driver too. Eveliina going to be caught up on that right side. Yeah, it leaves this kind of patent pending backhand or forehand shot. Eveliina gets through about 15 feet left.
This is a weird putt.
Yeah, you don't see this. No one lands there. Wow. Oh, man.
That's not one you practice very much either.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love the fist bump, too. That's huge. That puts Ella at 4 down, and that was a really confident looking putt.
It was. I love to see it because if you miss the basket there, you are gone.
Mm-hmm. Yo.
I wonder how much smack talking is happening between Holyn and Ella right
gosh.
now.
I know.
I wish we could have this round mic'd up because they are nonstop.
There's another good putt. 4 in a row. Sandhill Crane there for Natalie. Yeah, I would pay up to about $15 to hear that.
Yeah, hear them talking.
Yeah.
Man. Is that 3 birdies on our lead card?
Yeah. Dang, Evelina's kind of first missed putt of the round. Gonna drop back to 2 down, which is still a solid score, but I'm sure she's, a little bummed.
Yeah, there's only a couple birdies on this hole yesterday. 6 people got it today. I think that's impressive because this hole is, to me, just such a challenging tee shot. See,
Yeah, all about angle control for sure. Ooh, Missy. Wow.
thrashing the green.
Yeah, she is. That's such a pretty line.
See if Henna can bounce back from bogey troubles on hole 7.
Throw it in.
Cool.
Yeah, very. Bounce back indeed.
Nice. Back to the regularly scheduled programming. Birdie land. Missy getting her 3rd on the round as well.
Mm-hmm. Bogey free. It's nice to see what other people are doing.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Holyn 5 down, Ella 4. Missy Gannon 3 down is the 3rd best so far. So impressive. Rounding it out, hole 9's a par 3, 387 feet. A new hole, you're throwing through this gap. You have a choice here. You can go left side of these trees down here or this right side that the drone is about to fly through. I'd say this right side's more common. And then just try to, flex something down there and land on this really pretty green.
Yeah, this is a cool hole.
Yeah, there's no OB. There's some casual water to the right. Short left is kind of a disaster if you're not careful.
Yeah, lots of sawgrass up on the hill.
Mm-hmm.
This looks great.
Yeah, and, so
man.
close. Natalie, unable to choose a route.
Those center trees can put you in some tough positions. Holyn a little early.
Not too bad, though. I mean, for par.
Mm-hmm. This one is one of the tee pads that you really wish was absolutely perfect because you kind of have to plant hard to get down there. You really have to throw something. Even though it's downhill, it doesn't help as much as you want. And it does play longer than 387.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's downhill, though, so it's just another, just like the last one, angle control, I feel like so important. Like, you and I can both get there.
Mm-hmm.
It just whereas, like, we can't maybe throw 387 flat, but, perfect angle. Ooh, this looks great, too. Eveliina.
Wow.
Wow. Star Destroyer. Nearly a bullseye hit there. Holyn from in the sawgrass. Kind of looks... just looks like she's going to fall over or something. Like the angle is very...
The camera was tilted wrong.
Yeah. Natalie in a similar spot.
Just some little chip ups.
Ella with about a 48-foot look. 48-foot layup.
Yeah, not quite committed. Eveliina with the only remaining birdie look on the card. Yes.
There we go.
And that is one of only 2 birdies on the day.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Rebecca Cox with the other.
Nice. Wow. Holyn bogey free 5 down. We were saying 5 would be a really good score today. Kind of looking like they're going to beat that. The back 9 definitely has some more birdies, more like par 4s and par 5s that are super gettable, especially if you have really good distance.
Onward and upward.
Let's check back in here. Henna on the next hole. This is a really tight gap on the right side, and she makes it most of the way down there.
Wow. Yes.
What a way to round out the front 9 there. Puts Henna at 3 down, tied for 5th. Or I guess that was hole 10.
Yeah. I know.
As I said earlier.
And it's really impressive to see everyone stringing together these birdies on the front 9. We didn't see that as much yesterday.
Yeah.
And going into the back, that's huge because, like Erika said, we do have a lot more par 4s and 5s and a lot more trouble to get in as well, especially the last 3 holes. They have teeth.
They played the hardest yesterday out of all the holes.
And they will again today, without a doubt. So it's nice to have a big green buffer going into those last
My
few
favorite.
holes. Yeah.
Yes.
We got 9 more holes here at chess.com on this beautiful sunshiny day. Please come hang with us. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the Two Huckies.
Honk.